Oh, there we go. That's remotely better. Somewhat better. Maybe it's so dark. Oh, that might be why. So fuzzy. I kind of like it. Hi, Ira. Oh, it's fuzzy for like. It was not fuzzy for like a second. A literal second. Hi, Alicia. How are you guys doing? I can't tell whether it's freezing or not. It's weird. Yeah, actually, new house. Hi, Sharose. Yeah, entirely new house. This is my office. I'm good. How are you guys doing? Oh, right. I haven't done one. I haven't done a stream since I moved. Yes, we moved. Forgot to say that. Yeah, we moved. same state, same city, just different houses. That's part of it. Alicia, it's just been a lot. So we moved. I've just been honestly very tired. Work's been kind of draining. So on weekends, I just take time to chill. So I'm sure that's a disappointing answer, but it's been a very, very long couple of months. Have I watched any new shows lately? I have no idea. I think the most I've been doing is watching 90 Day Fiance, the different type, like the different spinoffs and stuff. So I've been watching that. That's about it. Yeah, that's very true, Alicia. Oh, thank you, Ira. Yeah, it's just been very long, very hard. I've just been trying to settle in. We haven't even really lived here a month yet. Barely a month now, actually. Because we moved in like the middle of July and we're just now past the middle of August. So, yeah, barely lived here a month. And then I've been trying to figure out where to hang stuff. Obviously, my room's a little sparse. I've got some things, but not a whole lot. I think the most complete looking thing is right there, that little nook. Oh, Alicia, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm very sorry to hear that. Oh yeah, sure. Still sucks, Alicia. I'm very sorry. Hello. How are you doing? My husband and daughter are doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you doing, Edward? Well, good. Glad to hear it. Char's all hype over it. Oh, little hearts are cute. Oh, wow, 7 weeks. That's soon. I know it sounds long, but honestly, with how fast weeks go, it's just like it'll be here before you know it. Well, I'm sure it'll go somewhere. I have no I know that My Happy Marriage has been turned into, like, a stage play movie and all sorts of other things, so should be interesting. I love how the manga doesn't like, you look it up, the manga spoils nothing. Yeah, but I feel like I say that every year, that it feels like it went really fast, and it does. It's again, the days are slow and long, and the months are short, and which is it's gone before you know it. Yes, I've just been like I said, we just moved. We've just gotten settled into everything. I plan on doing some videos soon. I'm actually working on my next theory video, which is um, by popular vote, the Titan parasite theory. So I'm working on that right now. I feel like every time I sit down to write a theory that I'm writing some kind of dissertation or thesis. That's just how much research has to be involved. It's like, I don't remember doing this except in college. The amount of research I'm doing for any of these is equivalent to when I would write papers for college. Insane. Your cousin just turned 4? Wow, my niece just turned 5. She turned 5 at the end of July. And then my other niece is gonna turn 1 in November. That's so crazy. She she was a preemie. It's crazy. You Oh, nice, Alicia. That's awesome. Just released a new Kit Kat. Oh, churro flavored. Nice. I haven't tried them yet, but I mean, cinnamon sugar, how do you go wrong? Cinnamon sugar and a Kit Kat can't really go wrong. My sister sent us a bunch of Japanese Kit Kats once when she was living in Okinawa, and I think my favorite one was the custard one. The custard one was just delicious. Um, yeah, I mean, churros are just deep fried dough that are then, while still hot, rolled or, covered in cinnamon sugar, and they're fantastic if done right. If done wrong, then they're really oily and they don't taste great. But if they're done right, they're just like this nice crispy pastry covered in cinnamon sugar. It's wonderful. I haven't had one in so long, but now I can't have them anymore because they have gluten in them, and it's not recommended I eat gluten anymore. I mean, that doesn't stop me, but I really should just stop. I really should just stop. Well, thank you, Alicia. That's very nice of you to say. I'm sure I look tired. don't know who has loud as dogs, but they do. Nice, Shire. That's always a good impression to leave. Really miss talking. I miss talking with you guys. Yeah, it's just been the move wasn't even really anticipated. Like we didn't expect to move so soon. We were looking at a place. It wasn't available. Then the place we're in now was available. We jumped on it, and then we were packed up and moved in less than 2 weeks. And then and then everything got unpacked within a week, and it just has felt like it's been non-stop ever since. Oh, I was like, 105-year-old dog. That's insane. But 105 in human years. Okay. Okay. My maths are bad. What would that be? Because it's what, 7 years? For every one, for every human year, there's 7 years in dog years. So it's like, I'm going to embarrass myself doing this. It was 17. Yeah, 17. That's pretty good. My dog was, how old was he? Like 17 or 18 when we had to put him down because he had skin cancer and liver problems and stuff like that. So he was really doing well, pushing on past, I think, his definite prime. I mean, he couldn't see, he had cataracts, he couldn't hear, he wasn't coordinated anymore. He had both of his knees replaced. That poor dog. And yeah, we finally had to put him down at like 18. Oh, it's a thank you, Alicia. It happened 4 years ago now. He was a very sweet dog. And we think my brother cursed him because he said he was very little. We got this dog when my brother was I think 2 years old, something like that. 2.5, 3 years old, something like that, like very young, 2 to 3, like around my daughter's age. And he said that he wanted the dog to live until um, he wanted the dog to live to see him graduate high school. And that dog did. That freaking dog lived not only to see him graduate high school, but then lived long enough to see my sister have my eldest niece. And then he passed away the next year. He passed away before I had my daughter, which is just crazy to think about. Yeah, I was pregnant with my daughter when he passed. Nice, nice, nice. If dogs are treated, very well, they last. A lot of it's like you hear about how long dogs are some breeds are supposed to live, and it's like, oh, that's so short. And then you have one, and it's like, no, if you treat them well, and do right by them, and you get them the treatment they need, they can live well past their life expectancy. I think my dog was a mix of a West Highland Terrier and a poodle. So we weren't really sure how long he was meant to live. We just know that poodles and West Highlands have pretty long lifespans. So he did a good job. And most poodles make it about 20 years, 20 some odd years ish, the really lucky ones. So I think he took more after the poodle in that, and that's why he lasted like 18 years. That was our second dog. Our first dog, we had to, um, find a new home for because he kept biting my sister, and my mom didn't wanna put up with a dog that was biting small children because, that means they're not gonna stop usually. He was very aggressive towards children in general, and, she had 2 children, so she couldn't get rid of the children, so she had to give the dog to a new family, and she found a lovely older couple for him to be with, so I think he did well. He seemed very happy. And then we got our family dog, like, well, a few years later, 2, 3 years later, something like that. I don't know. I was 4 when we got rid of the first. Well, I can't say got rid of because we didn't get rid of him. We just gave him away. When we gave away the first one, and then I was 7-ish. I wanna say, like, 7 or 8 when we got the second puppy. So, yeah, lovely. It was very lovely. My dog is spoiled. They tend to know it. My dog in his prime acted like my mom called him a tramp because he would get out, and not like a tart tramp, he would go around, he would get out of their yard and he'd go around and he'd get in the mud and he'd start digging in yards and he'd just go on little adventures all over the place, kinda like Tramp from Lady and the Tramp. That was him in his prime. And one time he actually got nabbed by the neighbors and like he was gone for a few days. We had no idea where he was. And then my mom got an anonymous call from somebody and said, your dog is at this house and gave her the address. And she went over and I think it was the maid or the nanny who answered and was trying to keep my mom from my dog, but she called my dog, my mom called my dog's name, and he came running, tearing through this house to her, and she picked him up and left. And then later, the family came over and apologized and said he was such a good dog. We thought, he was abandoned or something, and we were like, he's wearing a collar, he's chipped. You obviously didn't try to find out who he belonged to because we were living in Canada at the time, and in Canada, you have to, if you're going to be like living there, you have to have your animal chipped. So we had him chipped. Yeah, they tried to say they had it chipped, but she's like, "Which vet did you take it to?" And then they named a vet, and my mom's like, "That's his vet." So no, you didn't. My mom was not very happy. I don't blame her. None of us were very happy with them. And then they went and got a dog that looked similar to ours. It was kind of funny. 36 in human years. Holy crap. Sweetie, that's a lot in general for a dog. Like I said, most dogs don't live past 20 in human years. To get to 36, that dog must have been completely replaced on the inside with cybernetics or something. Wow. I think that comes out to 132 in dog years era. Me and my family went to feed alpacas. I was offended by my existence. Oh my god, I love it. She was offended by my existence. Yep, sounds legit. Sounds incredibly legit. I had a giraffe sneeze on me at a zoo. That was not fun. That was kind of disgusting, actually. It was traumatizing as a child. It's like a llama spit in your face. Mm. Oh no, I don't, there's just some animals I just don't want to mess with. Alpacas and llamas are two of them. You got more subscribers? Wow, I can't speak. You got more subscribers, Alicia? That's amazing. You were talking about- Well, I will say it's better that it was pigeons and not geese or something vicious. Pigeons are relatively harmless. Geese will peck you to death, I think. At least I've heard you don't want to get into an altercation of some type with a goose or geese in general. They're not the friendliest of adversaries. They will attack and they will make you regret life. Same with swans. Swans are assholes too. You got attacked by a goose. Oh my god. Birds are assholes, man. Birds are terrible. Hello, Rainbow Cosplay. Good to see you. Birds are gonna run the world someday. I think ants are more likely to do that. I read somewhere that for every person on Earth, there's 2.5 million ants. So for every person you see, just know that that is the equivalent of 2.5 million ants. That is your worth in the world. Like, I don't want to know that that's how many ants there are at any time in the world. Oh, you think I have more subscribers? No, I've actually lost subscribers. But thank you, Alicia. Kill the ants. Kill them with fire. There is one thing so when Animal Planet used to be Animal Planet and you had all the different TV personalities like Jeff Corwin and Steve Irwin. I remember watching Jeff Corwin talk about how to survive in the Amazon or some shit. And it was you find these ants that have this big, like bulbous thorax, and you can apparently pick them up and suck the juice out of the bulbous end. It's apparently like sugar water or the equivalent of some kind of like sugar syrup. And I remember just watching this man pick up ants off of this branch and pick them up and suck out the end and then put them back. It's like, why are you doing this? Why would you do this? No, thank you. No. And now people are trying to normalize eating bugs and stuff. No, thank you. You can get, yeah, it is true. You can get some protein from bugs, but you're far better off eating actual protein based foods that aren't just tiny insects that are that big. The amount you would have to eat of just ants to be the equivalent of protein from like red meat fish or chicken is insane. You're better off eating just the fillet of fish or something. There's no, nope. Same here, but people are like, "Oh, eat grasshoppers, eat crickets, eat ants." I'm like, "How about y'all eat a spider when you can stomach eating a spider? Call me, because then you have officially lost your mind. Because who would mess with a spider and eat one? We squash these things on site. Why would we want to eat them?" For the past 4 days, I've been watching Leo the White One. Isn't that the Lion King ripoff? I can't remember. I know that name sounds familiar. I can't remember why. I thought it was because it was a Lion King ripoff, but it may be some other reason. It may be one of those old movies from like the Don Bluth era that we all kind of forgot. There's so many movies that came out when I was a kid that I just forgot about until I randomly see them on images of like on like YouTube or Pinterest or something, and they pop up. I'm like, oh, I remember that one. I'm not gonna eat a spider because the little spider is really scary. Idea. Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly, Ira. Just don't. Ooh, congratulations, Rainbow. That's awesome. People actually do eat spiders, and those people have lost their minds. Thank you for backing up my point, Char. I love these little emoji, interactive emoji things in Chrome, using Chrome window. This was so cute. Because I'm sure you've all noticed I'm not in my usual spot for streaming. I am up in my office, because I have my own office now. I'm up in my office on my personal laptop. And that is why you can probably hear the fan, because it is just a Mac. Why would you? Right? His name is Swayze. Cute! So you're with spiders. Cool fact. Um, you can hit a spider because, unlike roaches that have the eggs in their head or near their head, spiders actually have to be at a certain point in their maturity to have it, and they have them in a spider sack. They have a sack. They lay a sack, and they keep them in there, so that you can kill a spider and it won't spread the eggs around because they have to read. Basically, the spider's life is ending when it has the eggs. I think I learned that from Charlotte's Web because we did a whole unit on spiders and stuff after that. It coincided, the English and science lessons coincided. So we learned all about spiders while reading Charlotte's Web. Fun. Oh, nice, Alicia. Okay. Yeah, I remember seeing it, and essentially the premise was very much like Lion King. And I think that movie actually Disney successfully sued them. I tend to have a soft spot for some of the older movies. Um, I'm a huge fan of a lot of older animation. One of my favorites is The Last Unicorn. Oh my god, I could sit and watch that movie all day. I love that movie so much. It's fantastic, and it spurred on my love of unicorns and fairy tales. Mm-hmm. I honestly, Ira, it's kind of ridiculous how many times Disney has sued somebody. God, I lose track. And then there was an anime, and I'm not talking about the one from 20th Century Fox. There was another animated Anastasia movie that kept more to that was less magical and kept more to the history. Very messed up because it basically so it went as far as what the truth is that happened to the Romanovs, where they were executed in the basement. Um, at the end of this one, she was rescued by her secret lover who infiltrated the ranks of the soldiers that killed the family, and he rescued her, and he thought she was dead, but she had been wearing this Romanov crest underneath her scarf or something around her neck or shawl or something, and it deflected the bullets, so she is able to live. And then he took her away to his homeland, or not homeland, his hometown, in some middle of nowhere place in Russia. And they had a son together, and she had no memory of it until he showed her the Romanov crest, and then she remembered who she was. And I'm like, huh? Okay. I mean, it was a very romantic story. Very, very violent for an animated movie, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. Obviously, I still remember it 20 years later. Last Unicorn was the best movie ever. Yes, it was real. Oh, it's one of my favorites, absolute favorites. You know, name my person Leon. Very nice, very nice. Yes, I am gonna do more Aaron and Levi cosplay. We we moved and we've just been trying to get settled and stuff. It's just been crazy. So I'm hoping to have something done in the coming months, but I'm gonna work on my theory video first, and then I'll focus on the other. What's another older movie series or movie that I used to watch? Nice. What else? The Swan Princess. That was a good one. Um, Don Bluth's Thumbelina. Personal favorite. I love the songs in that one. Same vein as it's made the same guy who made Anastasia, so it's really good. And the songs are really good. Like he was a former employee of Disney, and that's why his stuff's pretty quality. Nice, Sierra. I did not know that. I don't think it. No, wait. I know that the people who made it was Rankin and Boss. You know, the people that also did a bunch of the claymation Christmas shows that well, a lot of us grew up with. I know I did. I don't know about y'all, but I know I grew up with it. And they're the ones who made The Last Unicorn. They also made an animated Hobbit, which let me tell you, they managed to condense all of the Hobbit into one animated movie, not three live action movies at 3 hours each. Only Peter Jackson can do that. I did not like Lord of the Rings then. I am not a big fan of Lord of the Rings now. The Last Unicorn. Yes, incredibly. It's like I think it was around the same time that Ghibli started out, or right around then, um, somewhere, because it's very. I don't want to say similar, but they all have the same vibe. I don't know. It's just a feeling you get. You get it, and you watch other, you know, magical based or fairy tale based or fantasy movies from that, and they're all very similar. And a lot of Ghibli's early films have that same feeling. Yes, yeah, just like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, all of those made by the same people who made Last Unicorn. Man, I'm starting to get my first hate comments on my channel. Actually, um, it depends on what they say. So, if they're being like outright hateful to you, I would just remove the comment. I've done that before. If they're just being downright disrespectful, remove it. Just remove it. It's not worth your time, energy, and you don't need that negativity in the world. Hello, Wolf. Good to see you. Sorry, just checking how hot my thing was. Well, we're just glad that you're at least with us, Wolf, if not in chat.
Where I'm at, not too bad. It went from being blistering hot to tolerable. So that's always an improvement. Yes, listen to shower, rainbow. You'll always get haters because everybody wants to hate on something. It seems like in this world, so just move it. I know, I typically am too. I get very, especially since it's videos that you make yourself, it's very personal. So to get people that are being disrespectful, it hurts. But then you have to realize, you're in control of this. You can either let what they say continue to bother you, or you can realize that you have control of the situation and you can remove it. That's what helped me, was realizing that I don't have to let every comment I see be on the video. I can just remove it. And if they continue to comment or whatever, then I still have that power. And then there's also the power to like block people if they keep it up. So that's a good one too. And even if they make multiple accounts, just keep blocking and blocking and blocking. Or you could just go, hey, you must really like me if you're going through all the trouble to make more accounts to just hate on me. Thanks. You could do something like that if that ends up happening, just to be a smartass, because why not? Is a little tiny bit. No, not at the moment, no. She might go to bed. I don't know, because she took a nap today, so maybe not. I don't know. I know. I'm definitely gonna go to bed when this is done because I'm exhausted. I had to get up and work because I was sick on Tuesday and missed work, so I have to make it. Had to make it up throughout the week, and I had to work today, which was fun. Oh, well, thank you, Alicia. So sick and tired of it being so hot. I know. I know, Shar. It's so painful. And it's so miserable. It's like, oh, summer. We can go out and do things. No, no, we can't. Not at all. It's too hot to do anything. Why would you do anything when it's over 80 degrees with no wind, no breeze, and just hot. Like it melts to your bones kind of hot. Just horrible. And I can't take my daughter out because she's little and her skin is very sensitive. So, she burns. No matter how much sunscreen you put on a kid, they still are like this heat, they'll still burn. And she couldn't play on any playing equipment because it's too hot. It's just been a miserable summer. Like it's been nice in the fact that it's been sunny, but how do you enjoy it? How do you go out and enjoy it? Very difficult. How am I feeling now? Tired. But I'm always tired. Can't remember a time I haven't been tired. Maybe before I had my daughter? Maybe not. I don't know. Oh yeah. I'm gonna let you in on something. I'm 28, almost 29. I still don't feel like an adult. Even though I have a child, I have a job, I have a house, all of that, don't feel like an adult. I keep waiting for the adult to come in and tell me what to do. When I first had my daughter, I was waiting for her real parents to show up and take care of her, and then I'm like, "No, stupid, you're her real parents." Like, oh. And I had that feeling more than once after she was born, and I honestly would just sit there sometimes, and I would be holding her, and I'm like, you're cute, but I'm just waiting for your real parents to show up and take you home. You're the parent. You're the real parents. Why are you waiting? Who are you waiting for? Like, there's no way somebody trusted me with this responsibility of another human being. Yet here she is. Yes, happy belated birthday, Era. But I don't feel that way much anymore because I've gotten used to having her and being the parent. It's just weird that you transition from being the kid to being the parent. You're just like, when did this happen? When did I become the person that a child looks up to? Like, no, I don't know. Ooh, nice, Alicia. Good suggestion. I guess. I'm guessing a roundabout way, yes. I mean, it's a good thing to, it's an interesting idea. It certainly makes you pause. Because, yeah, it would be. 'Cause the antelope eat the grass, and then the lions eat the antelope who ate the grass, and the grass came from the bodies of lions. Yeah, yeah, in a way. Yeah, in a way, it's roundabout cannibalism. I want a cold winter. I am okay with a cold winter to a certain degree. I will not take like blizzards. I will. No, that's not acceptable. Does it count with me being a godparent? I mean, are you directly responsible for the well-being of the child? Because I mean, yes, you should have some responsibility. You should be part of the child's life, like a constant presence to be another set of like another person that besides their parents that they can look to for guidance and help. But I guess in that way, yes, it's similar. Now that I think about it, yes, in that way it's very similar. But again, it depends on how much of a like how much of a present role you want to play in the child's life. Everyone here is great. Yes, yes, I think you've met us. I think you've met us. I shouldn't sit here for too long. I can already feel myself getting tired. Like I can feel my eyes struggling to stay open. And I had a cup of tea before I did this. It was so much fun. Everyone's a little mad here. I'm fond of that saying from the Cheshire Cat, of that quote from the Cheshire Cat. And then I like the follow up from the Mad Hatter when he said, "Of course you're mad, but then again, all the best people are." So that's amazing, Rainbow. Have you seen the Dragon Prince? I don't know. Maybe I watched. I watched a lot of animated movies growing up, and it was mainly because it was mainly it was because of Blockbuster and Hollywood Videos because they'd have random. They would have everything. They would just have random, movies from little studios and stuff. That's how I came across the Swan Princess. That movie was not well known, and I adore it. But I only knew about it because of Blockbuster. So I may have watched that movie because we would just pick random animated movies because we'd get tired watching Disney. Or we owned all the Disney ones. We had to watch something else. You stole my Mad Hatter line. I have seen Dragon Princess. I have seen this one princess. Nice. So 437 subs. Nice. Congratulations, Rainbow. That's amazing. spamming with the congrats stuff. It's not a chat without getting moved to laugh and start thinking of you. Oh my god. I should do that as a short or something and not a full theory. Like what MatPat does with his little theories. I should do that for yours. Well, you'll have to send it to me again so I have it, but I could do that. That'd be funny. Very true, Ira. Get my brace though. Wow, congrats, Shar. That's awesome. I never had braces myself, but I know every single person who had them was very happy to have them off when I was growing up. Congratulations, Rainbow. You are a dog mom. Too Sweezy. That is awesome. I like dogs, but I will not have one. I can't do it. Having a toddler is enough. I don't think I could handle a puppy on top of all of that. I have a lot of friends who are parents. I'd honestly be sad to see my kid go. I don't particularly agree with the sentiment that, oh, I'm so glad my kid's going back to school and they're going to be the school's problem and blah blah. It's like, why? You should enjoy your kid's presence in your life. Yes, you can get more done without them, but your life is or should be made richer by having them in it. So the fact that you're celebrating that they are not going to be with you for 8 hours every day is kind of sad. I know they shouldn't be enriching and doing stuff for your life every second of every day, but at the same time, it's like you should enjoy their presence. They're not going to be around very long. If you look at a human life, kids are with you for a very short amount of time compared to the life they're going to live. So why are you eager to get them gone? I'm not. I'm certainly not. I enjoy every single moment I have with my daughter. Does she annoy me? Yes, but that's just humans. We all annoy each other. But she's wonderful. I would be very upset that she would be going to school. I don't care if they learn new things. That's not why they're happy that they're gone. They're happy that they're gone because a lot of parents find their kids annoying. It's like, well, if you tried to do anything with them, maybe they're less annoying. And then sometimes it's human nature that they can be annoying because, I don't know how, but humans tend to always annoy each other, even doing the simplest things. The fact that our murder rates were not higher during the pandemic when everybody locked inside with people is astonishing to me. I would have thought there'd be murders reported left, right, and center just because of how volatile that situation was. Because if you just look at like the circumstances that lead up to a lot of murders in general, a lot like the fact we didn't have more is astonishing. Sorry, I'm very Alice in Wonderland, and then Alice Through the Looking Glass era. That was the second one. I know, Lucy, it's crazy. What would my kiddo hasn't gone back to school? Like she's turning 4. She's not in school right now. She's too young. They actually would make her wait. I think until she was almost 6 to start school. With how weird the cutoff system is in the U.S. for birthdays, because she's born in September, right after Labor Day, right on or after Labor Day. Okay. Um, fanfic, fanfics and writing my own stuff. Mainly, I don't know. Still can't bring myself to watch the anime. I still refuse to watch it. I don't know if I can watch it. I might watch the last episode, but I don't think I'm gonna watch. I already know everything that happens. I don't feel a need to watch the show. I don't know. Am I going to decorate? Some point maybe. Feels weird that Attack on Titan isn't right, and people thought it was never going to end because it took 5 years for season 2 to come out, and then we got everything right after the other. So I don't know. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse with how I feel about the ending. I just think I'll watch the last episode because at this point we know everything that's happened between the manga and the series. We know everything. So what's the point? I think I'll just watch the last episode and call it good. And I will watch it subbed. But yeah, I'll just watch the last episode. Might record my reaction. I don't know. Maybe they'll do something different in the show versus what they did in the manga. Doubtful, but maybe. Even Sean out of this one. I love watching the Attack on Titan cosplay panel. Nice. I feel well, no, I shouldn't say I have regrets about getting into Attack on Titan near the end. I don't. I just wish I had gotten involved with more panels and stuff, but it's all right. I came into anime late in general, so according to the tech, it's really good. It's not one I would I watch. Do you like EastEnders? I have not seen EastEnders in years. I loved it though. Oh, Alicia, I think they meant same about the Attack on Titan cosplay panel. You can start watching. Did anybody end up watching Murder Husbands or Buddy Daddies or whatever it's called? I like that one. I really like that one. I haven't really watched a whole lot of anything. I don't know. The new stuff that comes out just doesn't really pique my interest. I don't know why. Well, probably because a lot of it is the it's either shonen, it's either a get trapped in another universe, or it's a weird fight one. And honestly, the only like shonen I got into was I can't really call it shonen because it was not in Shonen Jump, but I would say the what do they call them, isekai? I don't know. I don't know. The only one I ever really liked of that kind of genre was Attack on Titan. I think I tried to watch other ones, they just weren't working for me. I liked Devil's a Part-Timer. I did not watch season 2. I read too much. I read too much to watch season 2. I'm like, I can't do it. By the way, I've seen so much that Mappa has done in the last few years, or just even recently, and it's like
Why did they do what they did to Attack on Titan? Attack on Titan looks like crap. Everything else looks amazing. Why? I mean, I've got an iPhone and I'm on a Mac. Does that count as anything Apple Rainbow? Okay, every time I see her name, I keep thinking it's Halle Berry, and I'm like, no, stupid, this is not her. This is the different chick. But it's so close. So close. Halle Bailey, Halle Berry. Oh my God. I mean, and she looks similar to Halle Berry. Doesn't help. But then again, I got Ryan Gosling and Ryan Reynolds mixed up all the time too. So it's still not all that good. Yeah, my brain doesn't work some. And then I get Katy Perry, Zoe Deschanel, and the other one all mixed up because they all look the same. They really look the same. Like I don't know who got up to what in that family, but somebody did something because all three of those chicks look the same. Agreed, sure. They did make Attack on Titan look awful. And I feel like there was a lot of studio interference in this story. I really feel like Isayama did not get to tell the story he wanted to with Attack on Titan because he wanted everybody to end up dead. That's great. They did not. He wanted Sasha to die sooner. She did not. I mean, she's a great character, but I can understand. But it's like he had so much studio interference. I doubt this ending is even the ending he wanted. I doubt it's. I doubt the series is ending the way he wanted round two. He was probably told you need to work in this reincarnation arc. You need to work in the Mikasa Eren thing, and the Mikasa Eren thing was just like shoehorned in there really poorly. So who knows anymore? I just feel like there's so much studio interference. Live action movies and anime look bad, depending on who did what. Yeah, the One Piece one doesn't look too terrible. I mean, I'm not sure. I haven't watched One Piece, but I mean, it didn't look terrible. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood one was. I mean, they did really good on the costuming, but the Rurouni Kenshin one looked good. That looked good. But I guess for every good one, there's about 6 or 7 bad ones. Oh, that's wonderful, Rainbow. Congratulations. I hope they took it. I hope they were able to, not make you feel bad about anything. I don't like hearing those stories. It's like you should just accept people. Maybe they would make anything like they brother. Maybe, well, maybe, but I highly doubt it. It's not going to get the brotherhood treatment. I'd love for it to, but it won't. I think, sure, because we have these expectations of what it should be, and it just falls flat. That's just how it is. Because we all know how it should be, and then we get the final product, and we're just like, no. Oh my god, I hadn't even thought of that movie in years. Yeah, my sister had to read the book and watch the movie for a school project. I mean, that movie and Tuck Everlasting. That's another one I haven't thought about forever. That one was a little boring. Both the book and the movie. I think Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice if the dead could return in these movies to see, but at the same time, they're used for plot motivation. All right, my little Titans, it is that time. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was so great to see all of you and chat with you all. I hope you had a great time. I know I did. You guys were fantastic as always. And I hope you have a great night, a great week, and I will see you in the next hangout. Bye bye, everybody.